What famous people have you cured?
Well, we have Mr. Michael Jackson.
What was his problems?
Well, everything with his nervous system. Just name it, he had it. I had Mr. Steven Seagal, which had a headache for many years, and the llamas didn't cure it.
The llamas from where?
Tibet.
Oh, he was in Tibet?
Kathmandu, he's the llamas. So I cured his headache, and the llamas didn't.
Where did he get the headache from?
From inside of his head. He had a lot of inflammation in his head.
So how did you cure his headache?
I gave him a composition of iron and phosphorus, and his headache was gone in less than 5 minutes. The other one that I treated was Mr. Eddie Murphy family and his mother. Well, these are things that, patient, doctor, confidential. You cannot say that, but I treated Eddie Murphy's mother. I treated Mr. Cicely Tyson's brother. He had his disease, and well, I treated many. In my conversation with Lisa Lopez one night in the village, she said to me, "You know what I found out in my 42 days past? That we really don't know anything." I said, "You're right, Lisa. We don't know anything. And what all these books are for?" I said, "I don't know. I don't read them. I don't read any books. I don't read nobody's book. I don't care whose book it is." I said, "But then it's only left one thing. We should only offer compassion to each other." Receive great benefits from the treatment. And she told me to mention it, which I had not mentioned it ever. I think I'm going to say it now. Lisa came with all of the little maladies, superficial, maybe some alcoholism, little light too, not much. And she was kind of nervous, and I had to blink really fast.
Yes.
And that stopped, everything stopped. And one day we were in a conversation, and she said, "Dr. Sebi, when I came to you, I had herpes, and I didn't tell you, and it's all gone." I said, "Thank you. Thank you very much." Because it showed the value of the intracellular chelation. You don't have to tell me what you had. It's gonna be relief of your body. It will be, because it's gonna surge out. It goes into the bloodstream and goes to every part of you and remove what you didn't tell me you had. So I'm satisfied with the process. Lisa Lopez, Teddy Pendergrass, he was moving everything that was never supposed to move.
Yeah.
But he, like Cicely Tyson, they both didn't pay me. So that was okay. And Michael Jackson didn't pay me either. And that was okay. I could understand.
Welcome back to another episode of Top TikTok Reaction Channel. On this episode, we're going to talk about Dr. Sebi one more time. But on this one, we're going to go in depth with all of the celebrities he healed. I'll just give you a few of them. The rest of them you can do the research on.
This man is named Michael Jackson. The boy was in a stupor. He was in a stupor. He have seen all the millionaire doctors that he paid millions to. I'm the herbalist. Who am I? I say, "What you want me to do for this man? We want you to bring his energy back and heal his disease. He's nervous and all that." Well, I'll do that. 2 months later, we're in Hawaii. Michael come in our bedroom, my wife and I making love, and this boy come in there while we making love to tell us how good he feel. And guess what he said? "I didn't know you could make love, Dr. Sebi." When I came back from the jungle, I gave Michael Jackson's son his herb.
Just listen close. Not only did he heal Michael Jackson, but he healed his son Mikey. But we'll just sit back and listen to the rest of the story.
His name is Mikey. He lives in Norway. He had an excruciating headache for 5 years. I gave him an herb named Sia. He took 2 more out of his
All right, we got Dr. Sebi right here.
Dr. Sebi and Michael Jackson.
To the Rayborn building. I was in Capitol
Here's Dr.
Hill
Sebi
with
walking out as he's saying Capitol Hill.
And Michael Jackson took me there because he wanted the world to know that the cure of AIDS was found. The first thing he did was to make the biggest mistake. He called Elizabeth Taylor. And I swear up until this day, I don't know why he called Elizabeth.
Now you see Michael Jackson
Because
right
he's
here.
not the most credible individual that I know of, because when she responded, and I knew that she was going to respond in the manner in which she did, Michael told her that I had the cure for AIDS. She told Michael that I need to give it away for free. Yet, the same woman have donated millions of dollars to the AIDS Foundation that has not cured anything. But I
Now
was
watching
supposed to
this
give mine
frame when
away
Michael
for
grabs
free.
Dr. Sebi
So when I got to D.C.,
and then they walk out together.
so because Michael was going to give the African a present, but I knew that Michael didn't know what he was doing. He meant that in good faith, but I knew that Michael didn't.
Somebody threw a rock on my window. It's Randy Jackson. What did you want? My brother want to see you. Your brother? Michael? Okay. I went. Well, he's sick as hell. Well, I treated him, and he got cured. He saw it, and he was encouraged to take me to the Rayborn building on Capitol Hill.
That's the clip that I just showed you with the both of them.
I said, why are you taking me there? Because you cure AIDS. I said, but what makes you think that they are interested in that? What makes you think that the world is interested? I don't care if it's any country in the world, they are not interested. Especially Africa.
Now, before I start this clip, you remember at the beginning when Dr. Sebi said he healed the Murphy family. Now, listen to how Eddie Murphy slips it in there to one of his movies, his updated actual movie on Netflix.
Now, why you need beef powder? Beef powder for what they ain't had no butterfly dust? I'm starting to hate the world more and more each day. You know, this place used to be our thing. And white folks figured out that not only did Magic Johnson and Dr. Sebi figure out how to cure AIDS, but we
Did you catch it?
also have delicious patties and smoothies.
All right, so this one, I think it'll touch some people because they saw the documentary, but this is about Lisa Left Eye Lopez and Dr. Sebi's relationship.
Lisa Lopez was actually Dr. Sebi's healer.
What?
What was so funny about that, Dr. Sebi told me about Lisa. He said, Mr. G, Lisa Lopez went on a 40-day fast.
Did
No
you hear
food.
that?
No food.
Whoa.
No water?
No water, of course.
Okay.
At the end of her 40-day fast, she came to Dr. Sebi's room and she told Dr. Sebi, you talking all of this healing stuff, but you got to practice what you preach. This is Dr. Sebi saying, I don't know what she saw when she was fasting, but because Dr. Sebi had a issue, he would like to eat Gouda cheese, believe it or not. He was
human, of course, yeah.
He would like to eat Gouda cheese. So I don't know how she found out, but when she came back from her fast, she told him that you need to stop eating that Gouda cheese and some other stuff that he used to do. He said, I couldn't look that young lady in her eye and lie to her because I knew she knew. All I could tell her is I'm going to do the best that I can.
Did he tell you anything about her death?
Lisa Left Eye's death? Nothing that I could share on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that deep?
Yeah.
With Lisa Left Eye
Oh
Lopez.
my God, I was going to mention that. Lisa was the only person that had the nerve to tell me something that shook me up, and she was right. Lisa came to me for healing, like Michael Jackson did, and they both received what I had to offer, and they were quite satisfied. But one night, Lisa asked me, what is it that I'm supposed to do to put me on the other side and keep me there? I say fast. She said, for how long? 40 days. She fasted for 42 days and 42 nights and didn't eat anything for those 42 days. Look, Lisa looked so beautiful. So I'm in my hut. At 2 o'clock in the morning, somebody's at my door. It's Lisa. Lisa coming in the door with 2 cups in her hand. And she said, look, this is sea moss. I made some sea moss. So as we sit there and we start talking, she said, but I want to tell you something. I feel good. I feel very good. And but I want to tell you something else. You needs healing. When Lisa told me that, I wanted to shrug it. I wanted to pretend I didn't hear that. But no, it resonated differently. The girl was right. She was 100% right.
Wow.
By Lisa being has a better hook on certain things than I had, because I'm a male. I don't have the wisdom of a woman. I'm not a woman. I'm a male. I'm not a female. But we have it just the reverse. She came to me for healing, but yet she told the healer, you need healing, telling me that this girl had a beautiful mind, as we call it, sight. She was.
It all starts to make sense once you hear both of their sides. So I'm just sit back and let's just watch a little bit more.
Apples, kiwi, grapes, watermelon, nectarine.
The most important thing in life is to have a very good diet. Get rid of the meat, get rid of the sugar, and please get rid of the sodas.
It is. Woo! This stuff is, man, we got this drink we're going to be drinking tomorrow. It's so bitter.
Oh, that's the bitter?
The first time you'll taste it, I got to get you on film. Yeah.
That's the bitter.
This stuff will cure prostate cancer and give you a natural high. It's unbelievable. If for some reason, God forbid, somebody gets bit by a snake, which that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. This is what I recommend you do. You grab the nearest green leaf around you, and you chew it up, and you eat it. You want to grab a leaf, because what this is chlorophyll.
Do you
and
believe
what
suck
that
the poison
does,
out?
excuse me, the chlorophyll thins out your blood. So when you get a snake bite, that stuff, it coagulates the blood. It makes it so that, you know, it clots up. This will unclog your blood, okay? You have to respect nature, and nature will respect you.
Now I just want to pause 1 second to give you a chance to like, comment, and subscribe. Now this is Left Eye in Honduras at Dr. Sebi's village, the USA Research Village.
But let me tell y'all something about the water here. The water that you see coming out, going into that tank over there, it's coming out the ground. Now, that's natural water, and it's very, very high in minerals. It has a pH balance of 8.9, I think. I think it's 8.9. That's high for a pH balance. You know what I mean? Like 7 is neutral. Anything above 7, what it starts doing, it starts killing bacteria and everything. So, water is good for you, you know, so you need to take advantage of the water while you're here for 30 days. Because when you get back home, the first time I came out here and went back home, I could smell the chlorine in the water, the fluorine, whatever they put in the water, you could smell it, you know, just from having been out here and taking a break from it. And it actually burned my skin. You know, that's how sensitive, once you get out here and start cleansing, and that's how sensitive you're going to get to all that stuff when you get back to the States. You're going to notice a big, big, big difference. So that's what I'm saying. While you're out here, take advantage. Try to take a bath every single day in this water, okay?
You remember Left Eye had that MTV documentary? Well, I got a clip of it. So let's just sit back and watch it, and you'll see what it says in the clip.
Disease is cured by this man. His name is Dr. Sebi, but you won't find a medical degree hanging from his wall. Instead, a certificate of healing.
We have complex things with science, but if we go back to God and use the herbs as God said, then you can see how simple it is.
Dr. Sebi believes what ails you can be cured with natural alkali herbs and a vegetarian diet solely made up of what he called electric foods, mushrooms, greens, and rye bread without starch.
Hippocrates established the principle of medical science by using herbs to cure diseases, then why the physician using the chemicals?
40 years ago, a doctor in Mexico cured Sebi of diabetes, asthma, and obesity with the very same herbs and diet he dispenses to all of his patients, whether they're suffering from lack of energy or full-blown AIDS.
That package is an intracellular chelation. I'm removing plaque from the system. I'm removing inflammation. That is the base for all disease.
And according to a medical affidavit provided by Dr. Sebi, it's working. It shows the patient diagnosed with HIV in November of 1993 was cured 2 months later. Thousands of patients worldwide swear by his methods and natural herbal medicines.
In the tiny village, Lisa sought guidance for body and soul from an herbal guru named Dr. Sebi.
Dr. Sebi, according to him, can cure anything. Everything from trying to lose weight to, looking for a cure for AIDS. People go there with hopes and dreams that Dr. Sebi can somehow save them.
She had been through so many intense problems in her career and in her life and in her personal life that she didn't know where to turn. And this doctor, she said, had shown her how to really open up and cleanse all of the negativity out of her.
She told me she was suffering with alcoholism and that she was smoking excessively, cigarettes, drinking and smoking. She asked me, what do I need to do to stay on the side of peace? I said, fast, do what Jesus did. She said, what did Jesus do? He fasted for 40 days and 40 nights.
Midway through her 40-day ordeal, an obviously gaunt Lisa spoke with MTV News.
I've been polluting my body for 30 years. 40 days is not a long time to me to fast. 40 days represents overcoming death. It's the number of days that Jesus fasted for. And I kind of feel like I'm on a journey sometimes. Don't really know quite where I'm headed.
At the end of the fasting, she came to me. I heard the door opening at 2 o'clock in the morning. She said, I completed my fast this morning. I said, what did you see? I saw God. She said, I'm going to make you famous. I said, how? Because I'm going to talk about you. Does everyone know you cure AIDS and cancer?
There's just a lot of people in the world who are suffering, they're sick, they're not happy. They're looking for answers. They don't know where to turn. Well, I know a man who's been curing AIDS since 1987. This guy has taught me a lot, and I need to share my knowledge, with the world.
Personal experiences with Dr. Sebi and the herbs that I have taken, and also the village in Honduras that I have personally been to several times on several occasions. So the video that you guys just saw, I've been there. So you have to go there to get the real, idea of what this place is like. Because words cannot describe it. I met Dr. Sebi about 4 years ago. And before I got a chance to actually go to the village in Honduras, I took his herbs. Now, he had several herbs, but the ones that I personally chose to take was a 10-day cleanse. And it's because at the time in my life, I kind of felt like the world was on my shoulders. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I needed to get to the top of a mountain and scream. I just had a lot going on with myself. And they say when you cleanse, it's not just a physical thing, but it's also like an emotional thing. So I did the cleanse. And before I did the cleanse, I ate everything. I was raised on everything. So after I did the cleanse, I had to give up the meat, the dairy, the sugar, the alcohol, the sodas, the acids, the breads, the pastas, almost everything. But for about 10 days, I lived on juice, 100% juice, water, sea moss, fruits and vegetables. And after a 10-day period, I only needed 4 hours of sleep a night. My energy level was incredibly high. My intuition was on point. I can tell you who was knocking on the door before they entered. I can tell you who was calling the house before they called. My senses was, they were there. I had no desire whatsoever to eat any of the things that I had eaten before the cleanse because I felt that good. Before I did the cleanse, I had eczema. It runs in my family. I didn't have it that bad, but every once in a while I would get a breakout. Rash on my face or whatever. Never, since I have changed my eating habits, have I had another breakout. I had, before I did the cleanse, I had bladder infections. And they say once you get one, it's easy to get them again. Man, you're starting to become a real problem for me. After the cleanse, never have I experienced another bladder infection. Before I did the cleanse, they said I was alcoholic. I was even admitted into Charter Peachford, which is a psychiatric and alcoholic rehabilitation center. Make you take these AAA classes, and they didn't really do anything to piss me off. Excuse me. Trying to make me feel like I had a problem or something. But after I did the cleanse, I had no desire to drink whatsoever. So I do credit Dr. Sebi for curing me of alcoholism. God bless. Now, I did all of this before I went to Honduras. Honduras is it's another experience. Once I went to Honduras, the environment, it's a tropical environment, so it's beautiful. There's clean air, there's clean water, fresh air, no televisions and radios, none of that poison. You get to relax, bathe outside in the beautiful sun, eat the food. They have a chef who serves you twice a day. And they got their stuff together because they serve you in the morning at a certain time because it has something to do with how the sun rises. And they serve you at 12 because the position of the sun and all this stuff. That's your last meal. But I mean, I met a lot of good people out there who suffered from various different diseases and whatnot. And I saw with my own two eyes many people recover from what their ailments were. It's a very good experience. It was a great experience for me. I go just to get away, just to relax, just to clear my mind. You don't always have to, like I said, disease doesn't always have to be a physical thing. I kind of feel like we all sick in some kind of way. Whether it be a problem, love life, I don't care what it is. You got issues to be stressed about anything, Cleansing can do amazing things for you. I see it right. And then I don't know where else to go from here, but to just let everyone know that I encourage all of you to cleanse or to be very careful about what you put into your body, because we're ignorant to a lot of things because, we're always watching television or listening to the radio, we think that the things that they're telling us are right. And it's not. Even when the juice bottle says 100% real juice, it's a lie most of the time, because as soon as you turn on the back and read the ingredients, it says 17% juice. Or what's the other?
And he has a very simple philosophy. Guess what? You're not just a physical being, okay? You are an entity with an energy source, that is responsible for, your physical well-being. I mean, I don't care what anybody says about it. He really opened my eyes.
He's an immigrant from Honduras who never went to school, college, or medical school. But the man known as Dr. Sebi claims to have found the cure for several life-threatening diseases, including AIDS. Dr. Sebi believes what ails you can be cured with natural alkaline herbs and a vegetarian diet solely made up of what he calls electric foods: mushrooms, greens, and rye bread without starch.
I don't care what the media puts out and what people read. I believe in him.
Before I run these clips, I'm going to just warn you that this was a tragic incident, so it's a touchy situation, so just kind of take this with love and care.
What did he tell you? Did he tell you anything about her death?
Notice his body language before he even answers that question.
Lisa Left Eye's death? Nothing that I could share on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that deep?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, brace yourself, because like I said, this is the last scene, I guess you could say, for Miss Lopez.
How you doing, sis?
Oh man, I'm good. We're gonna go to Sambo Creek and get some shots. Just getting footage of the vibe. You know what I mean? No, we need the red car.
Do you know the rapper who was silenced for speaking the truth? He made multiple podcast appearances talking about natural healing remedies and publicly praised Dr. Sebi. He was also working on a documentary to expose the corruption in the medical industry and promote Dr. Sebi's work. He made many appearances online in podcasts and videos talking about natural healing remedies and publicly praised Dr. Sebi and his teachings. This rapper went by the name of Nipsey Hussle, and he was a well-known hip-hop artist until he was unalived outside his own store by an armed man. Coincidence? I'll let you guys decide. All I can say is that whenever someone promotes natural healing, they disappear. If you want Dr. Sebi-approved remedies before they make me disappear as well, you can still find them in the link in my profile.
And that's what I like. Like I said, the medicine really is in the candy. Because even when you drop a bar like about Dr. Sebi,
yeah,
like just that one thing, they killed Dr. Sebi, will make somebody go research who Dr. Sebi is.
100%.
Dr. Sebi. I thought it was Sebi.
That's Sebi. My bad, I said it wrong.
You said Sebi.
I'm an LA nigga, man. My lingo a little different.
Have you met Dr. Sebi?
I never met him. I met his wife, and I take his products for sure.
Now, the coolest guy ever. I mean, he was, when we interviewed him, I think he was about 74.
Oh, y'all interviewed him?
Yeah, we interviewed him twice.
Damn.
Not here, but when I was on the other show. He was able to jump from the floor up here on his knees.
At 70-something.
On his knees. Yeah. And jump back down and no problems, nothing like that.
Why you think they killed him?
Why do they kill all holistic doctors?
Messing up the medical industry.
You short-stopping their grind. Why do niggas get killed for hustling in front of a nigga spot? You short-stopping the grind. And these niggas, they check is billions. You got niggas that get flipped for a couple $100,000. So you playing with some pharmaceutical money, you know. And what's crazy, I'm working on doing a documentary on the trial in 1985 when Dr. Sebi went to trial against New York.
Right.
Because he put in the newspaper he cured AIDS.
Yeah. Did he
beat the case. And he went to federal court the next day and beat that case on record.
Yep.
And nobody talk about it.
That's crazy. I'm in the middle of doing this holistic detox right now, day 6 of 14.
Yeah, you was telling me.
Yeah. So.
No food, nothing.
And they said it actually can help cure fibroids. It can help you if you are, cancer, any type of heart issues. And it's all natural herbs and all organic and all holistic without actually going to a doctor and getting
exactly
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. How you feel though? You feel
I
it
actually
different?
feel pretty good.
Do you feel a difference, you think?
I do.
That's
it
right.
could be also because I've cut a lot of things out and I haven't had any food, nothing solid at all in the past 6 days. But I feel all right, better than I thought. Right.
Just to go back to the Dr. Sebi thing real quick, what makes you want to do a documentary?
This is why they killed Nipsey.
Is it true like your next business venture is going to be documentary? You're doing a documentary, is that true?
Yeah, I'm working on one. We doing a collection of info on Dr. Sebi.
Now I want y'all to peep something. Anybody that know body language, you could tell he did not want to say that. He did not want to say that. He was like, he paused and he thought about it. Because he know how deep it was. He know what come with this shit. Nipsey did not want to even just say that. Look at his body language. He paused and he was trying to find a way to say it without saying it. Pay attention. Watch his body language. Watch when she asked him the question. Because the people at this radio interview, they set him up too. They was in on him getting killed. They paid them off to motherfucker have him ask a certain set of questions to have him say that to reveal his true intent, and then they got on Nipsey ass. Facts. They invited him out to the Grammys and did all that shit was a setup just so they could kill him and then make it like the other dude did it. Facts. That's exactly what happened. Because Nipsey found out what was going on with Dr. Sebi and left out the same thing I'm telling y'all right now. Watch Nipsey Hussle body language when she asked him the question. I'm live.
Is it true, like, your next business venture is going to be documentary? You're doing a documentary, is that true?
Yeah, I'm working on one. We doing a collection of info.
You see that? All of that pause was like, damn, how do I say this? Should I say this?
You tell me, was he right on point? Or was it gang violence? Or was the gang paid off to kill him? I don't know.
Like, even when the Dr. Sebi documentary, we spend a lot of time, and this has been even one of the challenges for us, even in the edit, when we talk about AIDS, because there's so many misconceptions about AIDS, where it originated, who it came through first,
who can get it, who can't
get, and it started in 1978 when wherever it came from, it was. I have news clips in the documentary. I'm like, do I use this? Because it's news footage calling it the gay disease.
I think you should.
And it's like, hey,
no, you should.
I can't put that in there. Like,
no, you should, because you got
history. Because back then, that's what it was called. Yeah,
and you got to show.
Nick actually just cast the pearl just now, but I don't know if you caught it. And I don't know if you see all the stuff that he's going through for telling you this information and trying to put out this documentary. But just look it up for yourself.
Show people where it came from, and you do have to show people that misinformation and those misconceptions. I think you should show that.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about Dr. Sebi, he never was saying, I am the cure, or that I have this elixir or this cure that if you take this, your disease will be wiped away. He taught things like the African mineral approach to our bodies were designed to be self-healing organisms, and if cancers, AIDS, all of these things, he was just saying, I can get your body to such a level that it will be able to fight off all of those foreign entities in your body. Somebody would come in with their paper from an official doctor, get them start taking the minerals and changing their lifestyle. They would go get tested from that same doctor and then come back with results that said that their levels were at a negative level. And that's all facts. Someone like myself, who was diagnosed with lupus in 2012, I feel like I have suppressed the lupus to such a place that if I do what I'm supposed to do, I won't be affected. It's not no magical elixir. It's like, yo, change your life and you'll be able to overcome this.
I don't know if you've seen that work or if you've kind of seen a little snippet of it, but I'm going to just show you a little bit of Nick Cannon and Nipsey Hussle's documentary.
If you're going to take over where Nipsey left off.
He offered cures for incurable diseases. He offered hope and life to those about to die.
What they will do with AIDS is the same thing they do with everything else. They will figure out a way for you to live with.
This is how the healthcare hustle works. We bring you in, you're sick, we start you on treatment protocols that are many times more toxic than what we're treating you for.
It's just mind-numbing to see how we can allow people like this to come among us, poison us, and then live comfortable lives.
He's an immigrant from Honduras who never went to school, college, or medical school. Yet the man known as Dr. Sebi claims to have found the cure for several life-threatening diseases, including AIDS. Too good to be true? Well, you be the judge.
He made black people question the information that they were getting from their very own medical doctors.
We have been misled not only by the foreigners that are not part of our race, but we were also hoodwinked by our brothers that was trained by those people.
Dr. Sebi did not have to go through university systems once he realized that the knowledge was all around him, that he was walking over medicine.
All right, so we're here at TASO, the AIDS support organization in Uganda, try to get some answers.
When I told my mama that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient, she said, they're gonna get you.
Today, a Brooklyn man who masqueraded as a doctor has been arrested by the state attorney general.
Can you cure AIDS? I have cured AIDS many times, sir, and I can cure AIDS again and again.
AIDS has been cured by the Usha Herbal Research Institute.
So if Sebi or the Usha Research Institute cure AIDS, who cure AIDS? The black race or Sebi? It is the black race.
Dr. Sebi had brought so many levels of healing to our community. He, like many other could have for surely been a target of powers that be.
There is a group of people
who do not want everyone to be here.
We have cures for a lot of things, but that's not what keeps America going.
So who's the real problem here? Is it Sebi or is it some pharmaceutical company?
I hope that video illustrated Dr. Sebi's relationship with a couple of the celebrities and a couple people who's actually researching him and tried to do a little documentary on him. You know, I find it a coincidence, I guess we use that word, even though we know it's no coincidence, is that everybody that's on there have either been, they've been trying to take down or they've silenced them. And we know what silence means, but it's a coincidence, or is it? Is this a conspiracy theory, or is it just a coincidence?